They say if you look an animal right in the face and talk to them, you'd say they know you're not scared.
Animal segments on The Tonight Show created some of the funniest moments on Johnny Carson.
And raised in our nursery.
These are the most funny animals on Johnny Carson. Howard the Talking Bird.
Hello. Howard.
Hell,
Yes.
did you hear that?
Said
Yes,
hello.
he did.
He said hello.
Nice way to start a conversation.
Ah, I got it.
Howard. Do a cat. Do a cat. Do a cat, Howard.
All right, a cat. Okay.
My name is
My
Howard.
name's Howard.
Howard cracked up the audience with his signature ha-ha-ha landing like a tiny well-timed punchline. The bush dog. Johnny sang too.
This is a bush dog.
A bush dog?
She was sent to us from the West Berlin Zoo, and they received her from South America. You want to hold her?
Sure.
She likes you to hold her on her back of rubber belly.
Well, so do I.
Joan Embry puts the bush dog in Johnny's arms, and he breaks into a hilarious song, treating the exotic animal like a scene partner. Sherpa, the baby mountain lion.
Is this a mountain lion?
It's a mountain lion, puma, cougar, or catamount. All
That's
named.
all the same family or all the same animal? You can
Right.
call it a puma, you can call it a mountain lion. They gave me this remote control device, and if
Mechanical rabbit.
they'll set it out there. Now, if I move this,
Chirpa. Chirpa.
this one's a killer.
Johnny uses a remote control to entice Sherpa to attack a stuffed animal, giving the segment a playful, slightly dangerous edge. Oliver the baby gorilla.
This is
Oh, that's
one
not
of
a
our-
chimpanzee.
No. Remember when we had the film of our baby gorilla? Little Jim from the
Right.
Wild Animal Park? Well, this is the real thing.
This is the
This
baby
is-
gorilla.
This is baby gorilla Jim.
Was, look at that kisser. We're gonna have to come in with a close-up.
Looking at you.
He's looking at me,
See
yes.
if we can set him up here wherever.
Hi, Jim. How are you?
Jim's 4 months old now.
How are you, Jim?
He was the biggest gorilla ever born in captivity.
I know it's a drag, isn't it, Jim? Yeah.
He weighed 6 pounds when he was born.
Yeah. Jim?
Johnny was completely charmed by Oliver treating the baby gorilla almost like another guest, while the whole room started reacting to him as the star. Who bore the koala?
That is a koala bear.
Right.
Right.
They are koalas, and they're called bears, but actually they're not a true bear. They're a marsupial or a pouch-bearing mammal.
Right. Isn't that one of the most interesting faces you've ever seen in your life?
They have beautiful faces.
Yeah. Can I? Look at that.
They have extremely sharp claws, and they look very cuddly, but I do want to say that when they get nervous or upset or they want to go for a tree, and we'll put him in a tree in a
Right.
minute and show you, these very sharp claws are used to grasp that limb, and they can be dangerous if they are not used to
John.
being handled.
When you look at it close up, you expect it to talk. Yeah, they're going to say something to you.
The koala climbs a tree on the Tonight Show set, turning the polished studio into fake wilderness. The tarantula Johnny carefully held.
You know, this is a tarantula.
Why are you doing that?
To show you that they're not really as harmful as most people think. Come on. There we go. These are not insects. You know, spiders have 8 legs. There you go.
Johnny very mindfully holds the spider while his entire body language becomes part of the act, showing he knows exactly how wrong this could go. The Burmese python that got cozy with Johnny.
This is, right.
It's a heavy snake. What does it weigh, about 50, 60 pounds?
She weighs about, yeah, she weighs about...
If only in real life. What a fantasy.
You're better off at that end.
I think, yes.
Joan Embry's python gets cozy with Johnny, creating a visual that's already funny before the snake even starts moving, including a two-headed snake that sounds too bizarre to be real, the Two European Ferrets.
This is the latest, one of the latest rages in the pet world. And you can see how appealing looking they are, but there are a couple of points we want to make here. One is this is...
I know what these are, ferrets.
Right. This is
Ferrets.
European ferret. And they have been domesticated in Europe where they're used for
these
hunting.
okay to...
I'm giving you the best one. This one is not so inclined to bite, which is the... But it has a good set of teeth. Let me show you their teeth.
Fine.
Joan brings out two European ferrets to demonstrate their rodent hunting abilities, but the animals have zero interest in following any script. The ferrets move so fast, Johnny can barely track where they are while cameras struggle to keep up. The cheetahs that were not fans of Johnny.
Now,
very sad.
why on earth would somebody...
We
you don't have to get them out. No, really. No, not if they're comfortable. Don't... Okay.
They're speaking to you right now.
Just relax.
They purr. And
Relax.
have...
They say if you look an animal right in the face and talk to them, then they know you're not scared.
The official Carson Post identifies this as Joan Embry's cheetahs are not fans of Johnny, which perfectly describes the segment's comedy engine. The big cats show visible disinterest in Carson, treating him like he's scenery rather than host. The Flying Squirrel.
This is called the African spring hare. These can suddenly jump about that high in the air, so watch out if he tries to do it.
Now, is this a baby one?
No, well, this is pretty well full grown.
Yeah.
And but they're fascinating. They're like a little kangaroo.
Is he orange?
That's right. No, he's
safe?
all right. No, he's all right. Yeah.
Okay.
I don't think he'll do anything here.
What do you mean, don't think?
There
No.
we go. There we go. It's really fascinating to see the adaptation.
He uses it like hands.
Yeah, he uses his front feet like hands.
Get a little
Hind
closer
feet.
there, Bobby. Can't. That's it.
The hind feet. Now, isn't that an incredible animal? These
He's
haven't-
holding it like a...
He holds it with his front feet, but they live in holes in the ground, Johnny, in Africa. And
Jim Fowler brings a flying squirrel on the May 11th, 1977 show, and the entire audience spends the segment in anticipation. The squirrel sits calmly for long moments, making everyone think nothing dramatic will happen. The White-Fisted Gibbon.
here's your chair. You want to hold it?
Easy, Doc.
You'll set this chair on.
Man and his monkey.
You'll set this chair on.
Doc, let's go. Doc, on your chair. On your...
Jim Fowler's 1977 appearance includes a white-fisted gibbon that creates the weird mirror effect primates always brought to late-night television. The possum.
Well, let's see. Maybe I can
You're right,
open
they're
it.
dumb.
Let's see if I can open
Banana.
it up another way here. I don't want to make the possum think that I'm trying to hurt it, but
No, I don't do
let's see
that.
if we can see the... Here we go, Johnny.
Yeah, oh, yes. Oh, look at those. Very
They
sharp,
look very-
curved teeth.
Exactly.
And they eat garbage. Is that about it?
That's right, and meat. They eat a lot of meat.
Where does that term come, playing possum? Does that have to do with this animal?
That's this animal. What they do is if they're attacked by a dog or some animal, well, let's say a human being,
Right.
they'll roll over and play dead, and it gives them an opportunity if the dog walks away. Then
Get out of
they
my
can
coffee. Get out of my coffee. Get out of my coffee.
Jim Fowler's January 31st, 1980 episode includes 2 opossums alongside a vulture and tigers, creating the oddest lineup imaginable. The possums look perpetually startled by the studio lights and audience noise. Their scraggly appearance contrasts hilariously with the polished, glamorous Tonight Show aesthetic everyone expects. Johnny treats them with exaggerated respect, as if they're distinguished guests deserving formal courtesy. Fowler explains opossum survival strategies while the animals demonstrate playing dead on cue. Carson jokes about the possums having better survival instincts than most Hollywood celebrities he knows. The vulture.
You better take that glove because, yeah, if you don't mind. Yeah, just put that on your left arm, all right?
On my left arm.
Now, Johnny, if you'll come over here.
He's eating raw meat.
While he's in the mood for feeding, I want you to call him the fist. Oh, hey, Morning, you hold that, all right? There we go. Come over. Come over here. All right, come right behind. Flown to, there you go. How you like that, huh? Now bring him over here.
This Tonight Show appearance included a vulture, meaning Johnny must play gracious host to a bird culturally associated with death and doom. The vulture perches near Johnny, looking like it's evaluating his remaining lifespan with professional interest. Its bald head and hunched posture create an inherently ominous visual presence on the cheerful set. Johnny makes jokes about the vulture circling his career waiting for failure. Fowler explains the bird's important ecological role while Johnny pretends to take personal offense at the description. The vulture's dead-eyed stare makes every moment feel vaguely threatening despite doing nothing aggressive. Carson asks if the vulture has ever mistaken a living person for potential food. The bird's complete absence of cuteness or traditional appeal becomes the running gag. Johnny treats the vulture like a harsh critic who showed up specifically to pan his show. The animal shifts position, occasionally making Carson flinch despite being across the desk. Fowler's attempt to rehabilitate the vulture's public image amuses audiences because it's clearly futile. The bird demonstrates zero interest in public relations or making friends. Its presence on a cheerful talk show creates delicious tonal dissonance everyone can feel. Carson's joke about the vulture patiently waiting for Ed McMahon absolutely kills. The alligator.
Is the tail dangerous?
Look at this. If you will hold, I don't think he's going to go very far, but if you'll hold this right there and your hand right there.
Hold what?
Just hold this thing right there. Your hand here, he'll be all right. And I'll be right back in just a second.
Jim Fowler's appearance featuring an alligator alongside bear cubs emphasizes the reptile's appetite and inherent menace throughout. The alligator's size makes the Tonight Show desk suddenly seem inadequate as protective furniture. Johnny maintains maximum possible distance while pretending to be completely relaxed and comfortable. Fowler handles the alligator with casual expertise that makes Carson look even more nervous by comparison. The alligator's jaws snap shut occasionally, sending visible alarm through Johnny's entire body. Carson asks extremely detailed questions about alligator bite force, seemingly for his own immediate safety. The animal's prehistoric appearance makes it seem fundamentally out of place in a modern television studio. Johnny jokes about adding specific alligator insurance to his NBC contract immediately. Fowler explains alligator behavior calmly while the reptile eyes Johnny with what appears to be predatory interest. The audience loves watching Carson's famous composure crack under reptilian pressure. The alligator's complete stillness feels more threatening than movement would because it suggests coiled potential. Johnny treats the entire segment like a hostage situation he's handling through careful diplomacy. The reptile's total indifference to show business creates perfect comedy through apathy. Carson's visible relief when the alligator finally leaves is palpable and generates huge laughs. His genuine wariness mixed with professional hosting obligation created authentic comedy tension impossible to fake. The baby orangutan that hugged Johnny.
Very strong.
Very strong for their age, aren't they? Yes.
They like to pull hair.
Oh, look at that.
And they're about 5 months old.
Right.
And they weighed about
that
3.5
face.
pounds when they were born.
This Tonight Show clip captures one of the sweetest animal moments that works because it's unexpectedly tender. The baby orangutan reaches for Johnny with remarkably human-like hands that are impossible to ignore. Carson's face shows genuine delight mixed with uncertainty about proper baby orangutan etiquette. The orangutan clings to him like a child seeking parental comfort, creating an adorable visual. Johnny's attempt to continue professional hosting while holding a baby ape is hilariously awkward. The animal's reddish fur gets in his face during the prolonged embrace. Carson makes jokes about taking the orangutan home and raising it as his own. The orangutan seems completely content in Johnny's arms, actively refusing to let go when handlers approach. The handler tries to retrieve the animal while Johnny pretends reluctance to give it up. The audience melts watching the unexpected tenderness between host and primate. The orangutan's expressive eyes and facial reactions are remarkably human, creating eerie familiarity. Johnny discusses the orangutan's future with genuine interest that feels unscripted. The animal plays with Johnny's tie and jacket buttons, creating adorable chaos. Carson's paternal instincts visibly kick in as the hug continues. The segment shows a vulnerable side of Carson rarely seen in other animal segments. The hug lasts significantly longer than anyone expected, making it sweeter and funnier. Johnny jokes about the orangutan being his favorite guest in 30 years, and the moment humanizes Carson in ways scripted comedy never could achieve. The baby orangutan's trust and affection feel completely authentic and unrehearsed. The segment became one of the most rewatched Carson animal moments in history. Animal appearances on The Tonight Show demonstrated that unpredictable guests with fur feathers or scales created better television than most celebrities ever could, making Carson's visible terror, genuine delight, and quick wit combine into comedy gold that still holds up decades later. Which Johnny Carson animal moment do you think was the funniest? Let us know in the comments, and don't forget to subscribe to see more hilarious Tonight Show moments.